Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Poetry in Purgatory. What will likely be the temporary finale, because we're going through the ending of Act 1, seeing how things are different. There's been a few new phone things, but other than that, it's more or less unchanged. But anyways, we just got through the point where Bliss ended up telling Sheol about everything that's going on, which put us into some trouble. So we made our way up to heaven, had a pretty rough conversation with Remm, but eventually she gave us a stone that we can give to Sheol, which will help keep our cover. So we just got sent back to the gate, and we're about to head back down with Vol, I think after a little bit of a conversation here. But that's about where we are. We're probably going to be reaching the ending again today, as I already mentioned, I'm fairly certain, but whatever. Anyways, yeah. Oops. Did I click on the wrong... Put away. Yeah. Bye is where we just ended off. Oh. So, what actually did change? We have a new message from the new little segment from the voice saying how we're glad we're talking again and that things are doing better. And then the guide popped in with some ominous messages as typical. But I think that's the real only changes that have happened so far. Like nothing else is severely different. But anyways, let's continue on, shall we? Oh, um, Voluminous? Are you all right, Isabel? I think so. Hmm. I'm... I'm glad you're all right. Were you worried about me? I'm gonna check something real quick. I was just double checking the quest guide to see if maybe, like it did with Indalesio, it said the event will be available in a future update. I was curious if that might have updated at some point to add it in other routes here. But I guess not. Those will probably start popping up with Act 2's arrival. Were you worried about me? I only meant that, and please don't misconstrue that to mean that, furthermore, you should keep in mind... I think that's the first time I've smiled today. Thanks, Vol. I needed that. Vol. Oh, sorry. You don't want to be called that? No, it's fine. Hey, I'm sorry for being so harsh on you before. The pressure of someone expecting the world from you, it's a feeling that I know very well. I believe that you and I may have that in common, both in life and in death. And Remm, well, she's certainly a handful sometimes. Aren't you afraid she'll hear when you say things like that? I think she agrees. No, she likes me. I wonder how that feels. She cares for you too, Isabel. If this is how she treats those she likes, I'm scared to think how she treats those she doesn't. Honestly, you're right to fear that. Now then, shall we return to Purgatory? I guess we have to. Indeed. Before anyone gets too suspicious. After you, Vol. Quest log updated. Does it just say return to your room now? Okay. I'm gonna keep checking the completed section just to see if something like that pops up for anyone else. Final stop. This place again. You ever get the feeling like you're being followed? Oh, what do you mean? Never mind, I'm sure it's nothing. Only not being followed by some strange shadow. Hey, Vol. I'm sorry that you have to keep doing this. Walking me here and there, like leading a blind person along. It must be annoying. Things would certainly be easier if you could teleport as well, but no use dwelling on things we can't change. Easier said than done sometimes. Indeed. At any rate, you can contact me from here as usual. If you think I can be of use to you, that is. I appreciate that, Vol. What if I just want to talk, though? That's fine, too. Just be sure to pick your moments. We don't want to get caught, after all. Got it. Give my regards to... never mind. Ignore that part. Sorry, I spoke before thinking. Maybe don't tell a voice that I'm here thinking about her. I'll work on that. Best of luck, Isobel. Thank you. I'll see you later, Vol. Things just keep getting weirder. Now I'm apparently traveling between Purgatory and Heaven and back again, all in less than a day. If I weren't constantly nervous, I'd probably be taking in the spectacle of it a bit more. Yeah, things are a bit rough and they keep getting more rough. As for Remm and the Guide, I don't know who I trust more, or rather trust less. They're both scary, but at least Remm hasn't tortured me. So that's a point in her favor, I guess. There's just too much going on at the same time, and New message incoming, yay! Shelob! They'll love it. Dear Isobel, a poem for you. Surrounded so bright, a cavalcade of color, so overwhelming. I don't think I've ever seen that word before. I'm curious as to what exactly it means, though. Obviously, it has something to do with all of the pink in our room. Cavalcade. A formal procession of people walking on horseback or riding in vehicles. So it's another word for parade. Okay, that makes sense, I suppose. Especially considering the word caval, like cavalry. Is this about my room being pink? Perhaps. Very inspired work. Incidentally, will you be returning soon? Yeah, I just got back from heaven. Then we shall meet again soon. Best regards, Shoal Erudite Universe. Autocorrect, no. Why would... What's your name again? I'm suddenly forgetting because I can just see invert. I think her name is Inverse, right? I love how often. I love this autocorrect bit. It's so fun. Shelob, Elephant Invert. We have Hunter Shield. Like, that's not autocorrect. That's just a goofy thing. Shagrath, Erstwhile Ink Dot. Shoal, Erudite Universe. We really need to have a look at that autocorrect. I need to focus. Remember, Isobel. I remember that feeling you got when you felt what heaven was truly like. Yes. That feeling is worth fighting for. I'll pull through. I'll push on. I have to. All of this will be worth it in the end. I'm sure of it. I should hurry back to my room and give this thing to Sheol before she starts throwing a fit and breaking things. At long last, the princess returns. Nope, figured I'd double check, but, no Vol in this list yet. It definitely feels like he'll probably get a route, though, with that little conversation right there. At long last, the princess returns. At long last? I was gone for like an hour, maybe. You two know I was in heaven, right? So you say. You... Never mind. Not opening that can of worms. Worms? I said never mind. Anyway, I've got some good news. Where's Bliss? He left. He was supposed to be keeping you company, though. When? Earlier. Obviously. He was supposed to stay here and keep you company. I'm glad he didn't. That man worries me. Huh? What do you mean? By the laziness of Astaroth, do you not see it? See what? Hey there, man. You made it back in one piece, huh? No thanks to you. Alright already, I know that I did a stupid thing. But I was right in the end, wasn't I? Remm was able to help? Yes. I knew it! She always pulls through. Why are you so willing to trust that when she literally threw you out of heaven? Tell me something, Bliss. Huh? Why are you such a big fan of someone who banished you? Shouldn't you hate her for that? It's complicated, man. I mean, of course I'm sad that I had to leave heaven, but she didn't really have a choice, you know? What do you mean? We have no idea why you were cast out of heaven. Hey, shouldn't we be focusing on the mission instead? No. Look, we're about to risk our lives. Afterlives. Thank you, Sheol. Very helpful. You're welcome. I understand that it's hard to talk about, but there needs to be some trust here, too. You saying that you don't trust me? Well, you keep making these out-of-character mistakes, even though you clearly know the rules of Purgatory. And then you leave Sheol all alone in my room, despite you yourself coming up with the idea of staying with her until my return. I'm glad he left, though. Sheol, please, not the point. It's just that you're being a bit unreliable right now. Whoops, didn't mean to right-click. If we mess this up, then it's definitely over, so we can't worry about things not going as planned. Fine, I understand, man. I've been a liability. But I'm making up to you. I promise that everything will be awesome from now on. Huh? And yeah, I really do miss heaven a lot. However, no matter what I do, there's no way I'll ever be allowed back. So just let me do this for you, alright? Your reaching paradise would be like me winning the lottery vicariously. At the rainbow's end, there is no gold to be found. Purely deceit. Are you supposed to pronounce that purely? I've always pronounced it purely, like 2 syllables. But if you pronounce it 2 syllables, then you only end up with 4 in that bottom line, and therefore this isn't a haiku. Cat, would you knock it off? The cat's up in my window, and I have some, like, hanging lights, like the hanging light strands on the back of it, just because they look nice, and plus they provide some light during the night when I don't want the big light on. And the cat's trying to chew on them. Stop it! Sorry about that. Hopefully the cat will stop being a bit of a menace in just a second here. Where were we? We had just read this. A little unsure as to how I should be pronouncing this word to make it actually a haiku. That's where we were at. Okay, continuing on. Huh? I've been here the longest out of the three of us. Huh? I see and hear things. Sometimes when I appear to be writing, I am listening. I have never known anyone to be more vocal in his fears of the guide than you, Bliss. I find it highly implausible that you would suddenly gain this surge of courage purely for the princess's happiness. Man, in here I thought you'd make a good ally. And now you're straight up roasting me. Roasting. Don't be silly, you're not food. I do not claim to know what the truth is. But I wanted to voice my belief, and this is it. So, what are you saying, Sheol? You don't want to help out anymore? Cat, where are you going? Careful. I have like a little pen holder thing, and I had like a little paper origami thing I made hanging out in it, like a little origami heart, and she just knocked it away, and I'm gonna have to go chase that down in a minute. Cats. You love them. But they're chaos. They're agents of chaos. Anyways. And now she's trying to get outside my room. 1 second. At this point, we should have no more cat-related interruptions, because she has left the room. Anyways. So what are you saying, Sheol? You don't want to help out anymore? False. I find you endearing, princess. You went to heaven, apparently, to ensure my continued safety in the face of a moronic mistake. A mistake which I also was guilty of making. Thanks for not blaming it all on me, at least. Oh, you get a considerable share of the blame. Furthermore, I wish to inflict pain on the voice. Finding out her dirty secrets will help me do that. And to this selfish end, I will follow you without question. You're laughing now, man? Yeah. I just can't believe that things keep getting more bizarre. Here we are, 3 extremely different people, all with some very serious problems with our past and whatnot, getting ready to do something really reckless, all for the most ridiculous of reasons. The fact that we're all here is... serendipitous? I mean, I don't even know how any of you died, or even when. And now the cat's scratching at my door. Pain in the butt. I just heard her scary array. Oh, I love that cat. Absolute chaos, but I love that cat. Anyway, I don't know how any of you died, or even when. I was stabbed. In 1850. Okay. Oh. It's a can of worms that I do not wish to consume right now. 1850, supposedly you were somewhere East Coast US, because you said you were somewhere near New Jersey. Interesting. I was curious, so you died 1 year after Edgar Allan Poe. Cool. I definitely get serious Poe vibes off of Sheol, so we're gonna look up that. You're not supposed to eat the can of worms. Let's put a pin in that for now. That's kind of beautiful in a way, though, man. And, if we're sharing grim fates, then I suppose I should add to the conversation. I made a mistake that cost me my life. And... I guess that's pretty much a running joke at this point, huh? Me making stupid mistakes. I'm sorry to hear that. Very nondescript. Like, yeah, I made a mistake and now I'm dead. Yeah, I got stabbed 174 years ago. bit more detail in one of those stories than the other. I offer my condolences, and also my sympathies in regards to your numerous mistakes. That's a mean joke, Sheol. Joke? It was a pun. It's fine. I totally deserve to hear it, man. But it's never too late to make things right. Don't you think so? My turn, I guess. Supposedly I was poisoned. I was poisoned at dinner, and I don't know why or by whom. Whom? I said that weird. The classic mystery. Dang, in your own home? That's harsh. Yeah. I can't imagine who could hate me that much. I feel that. Given that we're now acquainted, forceful as that procedure was, shall we carry on? Yeah, so Remm gave me this. And now it's yours, Sheol. A gift from God. And I must accept it. If you don't, the guide will be able to figure out everything you know. This stone will prevent that from happening. I will be out of his sight. Did I ever read the description on the stone? I don't remember. A small blue jewel that is very easy on the eyes. Holding it close prevents the guide from accurately reading your mind. Cool. He'll still be able to read your mind, but the thoughts will be false. As long as you keep it close to you, that is. Marvelous. I shall keep it in my locket, so that it's ever near. Man, to think that something like this even exists. I was surprised too. It was very specifically helpful for our current situation. Maybe it was good that all this happened, huh? Don't push it. Alright, so we know what we have to do, and Sheol is now safe from the guide's mind reading. Now what? Now it's time to tell you about the plan. The plan to breach the big door in the Hall of Deities, that is. The Archives of Purgatory. That's what they say, yeah? But no one has ever actually seen what's inside. According to the voice, it's just documents. But, I don't believe that's the entire truth, do you? Exactly. But we all know there's something else in there, don't we? We all know? How exactly do you know? That's right. I've got a confession to make, man. Us going to the Hall of Deities, it wasn't my first rodeo, so to speak. You've tried getting in before? Remember my close friend who I've mentioned a couple of times? William. The one who was forever changed by the box. Oh yeah, we did get that achievement finally last time as well. I forgot to mention that at the start of the episode. But yeah, we now have W is for what? Figuring out that W, who's always at the Purgatory, is actually William, Lux's friend. Right. We went there together, and I saw the guide opening that strange door then. I definitely heard him talking to someone. Or something. But when it replied to him, man, it didn't sound like any language I've ever heard. What the? I could have sworn I understood the words. That's what's interesting, isn't it? I mean, we're definitely onto something here, aren't we? And getting to the next step, that's going to be on you. We'll try to get you in, but you gotta do everything else by yourself. Me? Obviously, I mean... Only you seem to understand what it's saying, Princess. I was getting to that. Slowly. Move quicker, Bliss. We have important things to do. Well, I mean, maybe it didn't speak as clearly when you were there, or you could have just failed to make out the words properly. You're making me sound so useless, man. I too have heard an indistinct voice coming from beyond that door. Has everyone tried to break in there? Yes. No. I was close to the guide once. What I overheard was purely by mistake. I was writing when an overpowering timbre echoed through the Hall of Deities. She was close to him? I really want the Sheol route. I want to learn more. Plus Sheol pretty. And so, I can vouch for the fact that you are special, princess. I see the two of you have already talked all this through. Rumors travel fast in Purgatory, and it wasn't long until I heard about your nightly escapades. I saw opportunity in this. I sought out Bliss and questioned him. Not long after that, I was privy to all of the things that we are currently discussing. But you and I have talked since then, too. Why didn't you ask me? Bliss is the... Bliss? Bliss is the weaker link? I don't know. Why are words hard? Bliss is the weaker link of the two. I simply assumed it would be easier to wring sensitive information out of him rather than you. Hey! And as is regularly the case, I was correct. You are the weakest link, Bliss. Goodbye. So you approached Bliss, not the other way around? Correct. I owe you an apology. Apology? What is going on today? The last few episodes, really, I have just been unable to speak properly. I owe you an apology, Bliss. Who, me? If Sheol came to you first, that means you pretty much had no choice but to include her. The fact that she even talked to you to begin with would have been seen as suspicious by the guide. I'm sorry for assuming that. Water under the bridge, man. Thank you. What bridge? So moving on, we definitely need to get inside, but how? We can't explain every... idiom? Is idiom the right word? Is that what an idiom is? I don't remember. Every saying or whatever to, Sheol. Stop right-clicking me. Now isn't that the million-dollar question? Everything hinges on you remembering the guide's hand gestures exactly. It's the Konami code. I remember the Konami code easily. Which you still do, right? I doubt that anyone's memory is that flawless. Doubt all you want, Edgarina Allan Poe. It's still true. I believe in Isobel, man. Besides, if it isn't done perfectly, you'll be screwed when you try getting in next time. I'm entering alone? Our best bet by far is that you get in while we distract the deities. And how exactly are you going to pull that off? The voice has long dreamed of a chance to win me over, as she says. I'll make myself available, occupying her time for as long as we need. And though it will pain me greatly, I will not fail in this undertaking. I see. And the guide? We're not forgetting that he's literally everywhere, right? I have a plan for that, too. You see, dear old guide is expecting Apex to finish something very special for him. And when that happens, he'll be... well, let's just say he'll be occupied for a while. I have no idea what that is, and I really want to know. Something special. An item of some kind. A shiny little thing. He can't seem to get enough of them, whatever they are. I guess you could say that he's obsessed. Meaning that his mind will be somewhere else as you go about entering the door. I wonder if it's the same item I heard the guide in Apex discussing when I was on that tour with the voice. I see. Wait, how can you possibly know all this? I get around, man. What's that supposed to mean? It means that he's nosy. It's not no. Let's just move on, alright? It's not nosiness, it's just constant spying on everyone. Maybe or maybe not in a disguise of some sort, who knows? After all, I also happen to know that the delivery is this very evening. Nosy. This evening? That's not a lot of leeway in planning time. We're sure getting it close then. Yeah, man. I'll be there for the delivery, making sure that the guide is putting extra focus on what he's doing. And if something goes wrong, I'll use myself as a second distraction. And probably get sent to the box forever. That should buy you some extra time. That sounds dangerous. Yeah. But I have to do this. I need to make things right, man. You getting permanently put in the box isn't making anything right. Then we'll have to make sure that we pull this off without a hitch. Because if you get caught, then you also get put in the box indefinitely. I don't even know what I'll find in there. It's our best bet, though, don't you agree? The Rainbow Man is correct, Princess. And by the insecurity of Gressel, I truly hate to admit that. Dang it, Sheol! Please don't fight again. Here we are. Alright. So we're definitely doing this. Looks like it. Indeed. We still have a bunch of hours until then, so maybe we should just take it easy for a while before we kick this off. Sounds like a plan. That line has been changed. The skip thing was grayed out. You can stay in my room until then. Wonderful. Don't mind if I do, man. Great. If there's something I want to talk to them about, I should do so now. Who knows when I'll get another chance. A message? From who? Who could it be from? Apex, I thought it might be you. Wait, was your name always Mr. Wonderific in here? I don't think it was. Or has it been and I just never noticed it? You know what? No, I think it always was, and I just don't know why I misremember that. Hi there. No question this time? Nope. Just a man messaging his girlfriend on a primitive device. I don't know why, but I feel like something weird's going to happen tonight. So I guess I got a bit worried about you. That's sweet, but I'm okay. Don't worry. Good to hear. I'll get back to sketching out my newest brilliant invention then. Just one more thing. Oh? I love you. Oh, that's... No on that one. I love you too. I wish one of these was I know, honestly. That would be a fun joke. I love you too. Over and out. Quest log updated. Anything new in here? Nope, that's all the same. All that's left is talk to both Bliss and Sheol for the main story act. Sheol, let's start with you and then we'll do Bliss. Perhaps she's yearning to one day be connected. A wish to hang out. That poem sounds a bit more modern. You were not supposed to hear that. Then maybe you shouldn't talk out loud in my small room? Fair enough, I suppose. Hey, can I ask you something? Fine. When we first met, you seemed afraid of the guide reading your mind. I still am. Yes, but... I guess I want to ask this. What's stronger? That fear or your hatred for the voice? I really want to know the full story. Very well. I've been coy about this matter for long enough, I suppose. As I said earlier, I was murdered. It was traumatic, as you might expect. Not the stabbing per se, although that certainly stung, but rather the circumstances. When arriving here, I was broken. There were no words at my fingertips, no poetry in motion. I was lost, for lack of better word. The path that led to my death was fraught with sadness. And then he appeared before me, a vision of dark, elegant beauty. The guide. Many were then, as they are now, fearful of him. But I was not. With time, we grew close. You were in a relationship with the guide? As close to one that a deity is capable of, I imagine. Wow, that's a lot to take in. It wasn't carnal or even terribly emotional. It was mainly spiritual. He spoke at length about someone giving Purgatory a voice, or a grand purpose he was philosophizing about. The contents of which he never divulged to me, but I could sense his passion. You mean... Yes. Long ago, he was already looking for a dweller to turn into the voice. Foolishly, I thought that it could have been me. I mean, a poet has a very strong voice, so it's not that far-stretched. Princess, I never had much of a voice to speak of. I write, I do not talk. I suppose that makes sense, yeah. I shared his life, until someone better came along. He dumped you? That's so rude. He, ended the relationship? He assured me that there was nothing to end, as nothing had ever begun in the first place. That's so harsh. Yes. So you see, I hate him, but you also love him. Two sides of the same coin. Love is for the living, Princess. It sounds to me like the guide is more at fault here than the voice, though. Why do you want her to suffer? By the burning flames of Asmodeus, does it matter? I am here to assist you, so perhaps you should appreciate that instead. I just meant... I believe I've answered your original question. This conversation is over. Hopefully never to be resumed. I'm sorry if I offended you. I understand. Thank you for telling me that much. Thank you for telling me. I clicked on the button, it just didn't want to work. Poor Sheol. Next up is Bliss, but I need just one moment. It looks like we're... I want to double check how long like the little ending segment is, see if I can't finish it off today, or if we will be doing one more episode. Okay, I just double checked the original Act 1 finale episode, and there were still like 50 minutes of gameplay when we got to this point. So we're gonna do like the little Bliss segment. If I do the Bliss thing, will we automatically head off, or will I get a chance to stop? We'll do like the little starting conversation bit with Bless, and then we're gonna end off, and then we'll finish off next time, I guess, because we're already at 40 minutes. Getting excited, Isobel? I'm not sure if that's the right word, but... I wanted to tell you again that I'm sorry about before. It's not like you forced me into anything, and we all make mistakes, and so... There's nothing to forgive, man. I did end up telling Sheol a bit too much, even if she came to me first. I probably could have withheld some information, you know? I guess I got hyped, thinking we had another friend to help out. And man, I went to heaven and back all in a few hours. Oh, you went to heaven and back and all in a few hours. You used the wrong word right there. That's one dang impressive trip. So, if you're sorry, then I'm sorry too. Just a pair of sorry people. Something like that. And you're sure about all this? Risking so much just for my happiness? Yeah, man. I mean, if this results in the guide getting hit where it hurts, then it's already worth it by default. Getting you into heaven is a pretty big bonus, though. As I said before, I'll be enjoying it through you. So, we're working to try to get back to heaven. Bliss really is just working to hurt the guide, and Sheol's working to hurt the voice. It's, yeah. Yeah, quite a trio we have here. I'm curious if in Act 2, we might end up actually involving Apex a bit more. Maybe maybe we have to get him one of those stones too. I don't know, I'm curious. You're a really good guy, Bliss. I try to think that I am, man. We're only as good as the company we keep. Something to keep in mind, huh? Right. Let me know when you're ready to kick this off. I will. And here is where we're going to pop into save, and we're going to end off for today. So next time, I guess we will get one more episode out of this for right now. I saw something in the Discord thing, the Discord for the game, where apparently they're hoping for a late summer release for the next updates, but there's nothing concrete, and things take a little bit longer to develop than sometimes you think they will. Like, it took quite a while for this update. Like, there was a bit of a roadmap, but they definitely passed over it a little bit. They got a little bit over ambitious, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Words are hard. But yeah, things got a little bit bigger than they had originally planned, and they ended up taking a little bit longer with some of the updates. So whether or not that late summer actually holds up, I don't know. I don't even remember where I read that. I'll have to see if I can't find it again to see what it says. But anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody.